o'clock in the morning. I've already had to flush chaff out of my eye and I've completely poleaxed my hand. We're off to a good start. But hey, at least we've got most of our seed barley in the bin for next year, so that's good. So just a quick weigh off this morning, so we know how much barley of Luke's we've had on. So that was a load of Luke's. I'm just going to do an exchange with him this year. Some of my barley that we harvest, I'll just give him a load, and that way I can get some decent seed of the new variety that I want, and we can kick the old one to the curb. But I am running a new camera today, not a GoPro. I've got the DJI Osmo Action going, so I'll be interested to see how the footage comes out on this. Apparently they're a better camera, I don't really know. We'll find out. So far, so good. How do my eyes look after getting that chaff in them? Ugh. I ended up having to just sit there and flush water through this eye here, and then put some eye drops in afterwards. So anyway, I might look a little bit worse for wear. So that fell last night. That is going to slow us down today, unfortunately. Now the plan was we're kind of greened out with barley at Luke's, so we're going to move back here and get back on with the beans. And we've got a couple of cooler days coming up here, so it'll probably be ideal. And then I reckon our wheat is pretty well ready to roll, so we'll start hooking into that. Now we won't know till we put the header in there, but hopefully we can get a bit of a groove on now. It's Lily playground. Oh.
Say good morning to Luke.
That's what I was going to say, go to the playground.
Yeah.
Thanks for the lift, girls. I'll see you at home later, okay?
But is Mum coming back in the car?
Yeah, she's going to drive you guys to the playground. How's that sound?
We're going
You've done your duties now, so you can go have fun.
We're
Morning.
Hey mate.
I had the jacket on this morning as well.
It's freezing.
Yeah, unreal.
It's not freezing now. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Just about back at my beans. We're going to put the draper on and we're going to have to make some adjustments to the reel. I'll explain that to you when we get there, but basically the beans are just so short that there's nothing to feed in. So anyway, there's going to be, I haven't got a wind puff for this camera yet, so there'll be hella wind noise, I'm sure. So we'll see how we go out there. But we'll get that on, we'll get the base station set up, and yeah, like I said, it's really windy today, but it's very cool, so I think we'll be able to chip away at a few beans without too much trouble.
Hey, Daddy!
Hi gang, how you going?
Dad.
What?
Look at that.
What's that?
An egg! A real life egg!
Where?
I saw it at the Bluey playground.
Oh really?
Yeah,
You want to go for a ride in the header?
I do.
Okay.
Not Mum.
Not Mum, okay.
Do you reckon you girls can go out with Dad on the header for like 2 hours?
Like 40 hours.
40 hours.
Alright, front's on the header. I've had some lunch, grabbed some food, a water bottle, base station set up. We'll head back up there now, get the final machine settings done, and I think we can get into it. We'll just grab the firefighter now. We're just going to put this feed accelerator onto low speed. I'm going to try and shelter you guys from the wind and explain what's going on or what I need to do now. So we've got these duck's feet on here. We put those on this year because we're going to be dealing with some thin crops, help to push these beans and stuff like that into the front. Just obviously gives you a lot wider area for it to grab crop. Now when we're harvesting the beans, because here's a really bad spot, you know, they're not even as high as my hand, so it's almost impossible to get under them. And then what happens is they get cut off and they just land here on the back of the cutter bar and they won't feed in. They just sit there and then they end up falling off. So what we're going to do is just drop this reel down a little bit. There's some adjustment on these hydraulic cylinders on the end. It's all the way down at the moment. We're just going to we're going to wind that down a little bit, and hopefully, you know, we can bring that reel down an inch closer to the cutter bar, which will help them feed in. Because I tell you right now, it's hardly worth harvesting them. Yeah, really need an old tin front with an auger, not a draper. So, I don't know. We'll see how we go. This paddock I'm going into here now, it might not look like it here, but it is way, way better because it got cut for hay last year. So I just had a bit more moisture, things just grew a little bit better. So we'll have a crack in here and we'll see how we go. Because I'm a good farmer, I've just got some adjustables here. Not even seized. How do you fancy your chances of that? I had to take this cover off because that front part of the door wouldn't latch, so something wrong with the little latch there. So let's have a look at these beans, see how they're looking after our 2 mil last night. Pods are cracking and crispy. Ah, no chance of biting that in hard, that is hard as. I think they'll be right to go. Beans I don't think pick up moisture quite like wheat and barley, so it's a good day for reaping them. Nice and cool. So I got my sieves, my concave set. I just got to slow my rotor down a bit. That bloody takes for ages trying to slow it down. I managed to get it into low speed, but that's good. And then I just got to wind my wind up a little bit. We should be good to go then. Be interested to see how this reel goes now that I've lowered that down a bit. Hopefully, it's got about an inch in the middle because naturally it'll sag. So I've left about an inch in the middle just to allow for that bit of movement and jiggle as you're harvesting along. So if it starts, well look, I can always lift it up easily with the hydraulics, so we'll see how it goes. Well, I'm actually getting some beans going along the belt now, so my adjustment has worked perfectly. I'm sure I'm still spewing a whole heap over the ground, but how are you supposed to pick that up? That is absolutely awful. 0 tons to the hectare, baby. We are just scraping around trying to get our seed back out of here. That's all we're doing. So it's not going to be a lot of fun, but it's got to be done. I had this sinking feeling that I was going to be doing a lot of digging out of the front like that, because when I was cutting into the paddock on those headlands, how many times did I block up, start bulldozing dirt anywhere where there was a little bit of old stubble or something, and it would catch and then it would just start bulldozing. And it's made worse by the fact that we just haven't had that much rain this year, so the top's just not that sealed. You know, you get plenty of rain and the top kind of seals down nice and hard, but that's not the case this year. So anyway, now that I'm going, and I'm actually going across the furrows, so the furrows go that way, I'm going that way, I seem to be having a lot less trouble with it bulldozing like that, because you just got those natural sort of dips and rises, and I think that's enough for it to, if it does start picking up, it kind of pushes down into the next furrow and it clears itself. But anyway, yield monitor, normally running at 0. That's the normal place for it. Occasionally it'll creep up to 300-400 kilos a hectare. I've seen it as high as 900, but geez, it's a poor crop. It is really poor. And honestly, I think there's more beans there than what I'm getting. I just can't get them because they're just so low to the ground. They're so thin. There's just nothing to help them feed in. Disappointed? Because you will be.
Come to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Pete was asking if she could say something. Go on, Pete.
Hello. Welcome back to Lock Valley channel.
Welcome back to what?
Lock Valley channel. What are we doing today?
I'm harvesting the
normal back there, but I've just had a look in the repeat elevator and there's nothing but dirt and a couple of unthrashed pods going through there, so I'm not sending anything through twice, and I've got the rotor about as slow as I can physically get it. So unfortunately I think it's just the way it is a bit this year. I might open up my concave a bit more and see what that does, but anyway. Got myself another big bulldoze I gotta get out, and well, there's not much to clear, but I'll empty the rock trap while I'm out. Have a look at this sample. It's flogging that thing. There's a lot of broken bits, half bits. Can't do much else. Yeah. Okay. There's no rocks in there, so that's good, I suppose. I'm going to have nightmares about bulldozing dirt with this draper front, I tell you what. There's some things rattling around inside this machine at the moment. Hopefully it clears, it'll just be a bit of dirt and some small pebbles and stuff, I think. Halfway through the paddock, and the grain tank full alarm finally went off. Unbelievable. Look at that dust coming off them. That's what you get for scraping around down on the ground. I just realised I've been looking at this yield monitor and still set to barley, so it won't be giving me a very good reading. I think I'm going to have to hop out here and clean these windows, because it doesn't look that bad through the camera, but the glare coming down on the window with that dust, it is becoming very hard to see. That was hardly the improvement I was seeking, but that's that's all I got on me at the moment, so I have to do. Hard to see going this way because the dust is swirling over the cutter bar, and you can't see what's going on, and then next thing you know you're just bulldozing a whole heap of dirt there, and you got no idea. You guys going there? Can you see anything? I've never had this problem before harvesting beans. They are some dusty beans. Not far away from losing sunlight. And when we lose sunlight, this header's going to lose me reaping these beans down that low and all that dust. So I wasn't actually full then, I just came back and emptied because I thought when I hopped out before I could hear the bubble up auger just was slowing down, and it sounded like it was grinding up beans in there, and I just thought, well, there's no point in sitting there spinning with a whole heap of beans over the top of it. It's probably not helping anything out at all. Now, here is the synopsis, alright? I spoke a couple of episodes about the weather looking very volatile, and I'm pretty sure I said then we had two systems on the board. The first one was last Monday. We ended up getting that big storm, 32 mil. The second one that came through was last night. Now we missed out on that one. That downgraded as it came along, but we have got another big rainfall event on the cards at the moment. So that there is what we are looking at. That's yeah, I think that's getting up towards 60-80 millimeters, something like that, right over SA. You beauty. Now obviously they can't forecast the weather out that far very well, but we all know that. It certainly does not look promising. That will just cause significant damage, significant crop damage. We'll just pray that it doesn't happen, but if it does, it's going to be quite the mess out there, I think. Now I have done 30 hectares, I've got about 5 hectares left in here. Not sure if I'll quite get it all done before I lose daylight, but we'll give it a go. So really the reason I'm saying that is because we are just taking bites at anything we can at the moment. That's why we're over at Luke's reaping the best of his barley that was borderline on moisture. We're just trying to get stuff off. We're just trying to do anything we can. These beans are ready now. We'll do these. It's too cool to reap anything else anyway at the moment. And then yeah, we're going to hopefully get into our wheat, and Luke just doesn't really have anything else ready over his side of town, which is very unfortunate because yeah, if we end up getting that sort of rain, it's going to make a mess. So I am actually questioning whether Luke emptied all the barley out of that chaser bin today, because I haven't filled the grain tank on this twice, and the front of the chaser bin's completely mounted up. I wouldn't get any more than maybe 2 tonne in there, so I'll go pretty close to filling it out of here. That'll be 18 tonne of beans, 17, 18 tonne of beans, chock-a-block full, so it's 35, 36 hectares in here. So they're going, technically they should be going close to half a tonne to the hectare, although I'm not sure that I believe that, but anyway. I mean, that's still absolutely pathetic. You know, I would expect to be harvesting 60 to 70 tonnes out of here on a normal year, and I'm going to get, you know, 17 this year, so it's a fair difference. But we'll be grateful for the little things. We should have our seed for next year, which is awesome. So we'll have some seed to go around again. That's an expense that we won't have. Just about home. And we are done. Not too bad considering I didn't get out here till about, must have been close to 2 o'clock this afternoon. So first paddock of the season for Lock Valley is complete. While we're waiting for this to cool down, we'll go down and get the chaser bin and bring that closer, and then we'll unload the last of the beans from this paddock into there if they fit. Oh, she's just about plumb full. Well, this will be a good test for the Osmo Action 4. Apparently it's supposed to be really good in low light, but we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here now, guys. I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one. Till next time, see ya.